Hello guys, welcome back. It's been a little while, but I'm back with a bang and I've got my John Deere Camper. This is a John Deere Gator 6x4, so it's 4-wheel drive but with 6 wheels total, like an ATV for kind of landowners to get around doing jobs and stuff. Now the Gator does not belong to me, it's a friend of mine and he uses it on his land. I've been using it to help out on the land and I had an idea. Now, as some of you subscribers will know, I've been gone for a couple of weeks, and that's because I was moving house and it was very last minute and very stressful. Now, I could have probably got out for a video last week, but it would have been just me grabbing a tent and just going somewhere. Not particularly interesting, so I dug through my ideas book and this was on there, so I had 6 days to build this and have it ready and loaded onto a truck to get here, which was a bit dicey, but it was very well ratcheted down. Now, I had this idea a little while ago and I bought a few bits and bobs. So I had the side windows and the pop-up roof vent thing and some paint and stuff like that. But I had to order some timber to pick up, sort of 2x2 for building a frame. So I cut that all to length, starting to put that together, joined the two halves to like a complete frame. I then had to start cladding it with plywood, so yeah, I went and got that cut at the DIY store, all cut to size. It was pretty much right, so a shout out to the guy who did it. Your name's on the screen, I can't remember, but he should be watching this. Yeah, so that was all done. Got that clad on, and my initial plan was to do what they call poor man's fiberglass. That's a combination of Type Bond 2 PVA wood glue, which is the waterproof type, and some kind of cotton material. Now the material I picked was quite porous, not a very tight weave, and it was like a drop cloth, and it just wasn't working very well. I got very annoyed with it all and I just scraped it all off. So I did that, I cut my window holes, did a pilot and then used the jigsaw for the windows, and then I went on to paint the thing. I got some exterior wood paint, a nice green which I kind of matched to John Deere's colour, and then I decided to do a polyurethane coat, a couple of coats over the whole thing. Now that's not going to be as waterproof as the poor man's fiberglass, but I'm calling it water resistant from now. But we're not done with this thing. Now there's a few details and stuff, including the making of the door and that I'll go over in a bit, but I'm not camping in this spot, I'm going to camp in another spot. And we've already had some rain today, so it's going to be interesting. So let's get down to that spot and we'll do some camping in this thing. My colour-coded spirit level, and we are near enough perfect. Take off my just-in-case strap and I'll show you what I'm replacing it with. The weather is very changeable today. I think there's a storm somewhere, so we could be getting quite high winds, and like I said, it's already rained today once when we were putting this on the back of here. I had to rope a friend in to help with that because it took 4 of us to put it on the pickup truck. I think that was just being overly cautious, but 2 of us got it off, so yeah, be easy to stash in a barn after this. And here's the inside. That's not too bad actually, but I do have a leg that we'll put in. It's pretty simple inside because I wanted to get this finished to do a video for this week. So the inside is very simple indeed. We'll look at it later. It's got a floor, that's the most important thing. But yeah, let's look at this door. So at the top here you can see this hinge. This is a continuous hinge. This one's called a center flex, I believe. I'll put details below. I found a really good video on YouTube about someone making a teardrop camper who used one. And I've done the same here on the sides as well to kind of, well, begin the waterproofing by having this L-shaped kind of piece here. But I do need to put the flaps on the outside and on the bottom there as well. So I'm hoping we don't get too much rain. It's meant to be in the morning. We've had some already, so who knows. There's the lock that I bought. It's pretty simple. It's I believe like for a caravan kind of utility cupboard, but does the job perfectly. This is an offcut of that center flex hinge, and you can see here the cross section, which I can compress down. That's how it is closed up. So it goes on the top like that, and then the door would come out like that and would close like that. So it's under a bit of tension, so it kind of springs open a bit. Very clever. Like I said, I'll link that video below. And here we have the leg, which is extendable. I am on a slight incline here, so we'll see how that goes. It is very nearly exactly right there. I think once the weight's on there and it goes down a touch, that will be touching the ground properly. But it's just a precaution anyway, really. A while ago I had a pull-out drawer system for trucks, like a camp kitchen, and this was supposed to go on the end of that, and I never actually really used it properly, and then I got rid of it, but I did keep this. Oh, that's perfect. Other than the bracket. Oh, this is nice. Echo! I'll go over a lot of the inside later on when we get in here, but for now this is my window, and it's got a mesh on there as well, which is quite nice. I think the mesh is removable. I don't know how. I'll better leave it for now. So that's that window, and up the top here we've got the roof vent one, and if I pull the mesh down, got two handles, pop it up, and that was just on there with sticks like, and just a few screws that go from this piece to the top piece, and it actually fit perfectly, whereas the side window, yeah, slightly too thick, this. It's for a van, this, so it's for a very thin skin, whereas this is 12mm thick on the walls and the top and the bottom, and the door is 18mm because of the hinge. So other than kind of the inside, I kind of wanted to use this at this point just to see how everything worked. There's a few things that I've overlooked and got wrong and stuff, but these could be attached to the shell itself rather than having straps the whole way over. Now I've got yellow ones to match the theming, but yeah, it could just be just this section here all the way around, and you just put it on and snap, 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 easy as that. And another thought I had is this receiver here. I think it's a 2-inch receiver. You could just have some box section come out and a right angle going up, rather than having a leg which would just support the back of this, I don't know what to call it, camper box. So there is a few improvements I could make, but overall I'm pretty happy with this. I brought it here because I thought it'd be quite easy for this one, just have a bit of fun going through the woods, and it was fun. I do want one of these. One of these or an Argo that can go in water as well, but yeah, I thought I'd come down here to actually do the camp a bit easier than up there in the woodland down here in the paddock. But yeah, let me know what you think, because I want to do at least one more video with this where I will do the inside, because I wanted to do insulation, the floor properly, maybe a shelves, power, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let me know if you like this video. Hopefully no one comes along in the night and thinks it's funny to use the tipper. That'd be a bit of a rude awakening. Before I do anything else, I need a cheese and onion roll. It's been quite a long day already, just getting the thing here. It was a bit of about an hour's drive from home. Hindsight, should have built it here. It's going to stay here while I work on it, I think. just sat here thinking to myself while I was eating, you don't really need a camp chair in this setup. You wouldn't have to take one, so you could just use this chair, maybe even put like a tray holder here. Be quite cool. Well, quite cool if it's dry, otherwise just sit on the back, I guess. But I don't know how far you can take this. It is road legal, but it goes, I think it's 20 miles an hour. So I don't know how far you'd want to go. Maybe we'll try. Ideas on a postcard. Right, should get set up really. So I have got a foam mat to go on the bottom because I didn't have time to put like foam in there or anything, and I didn't want a splinter going in my air mat. Don't let that much light in these windows, do they? So as you can see, this is about 1 metre across, not counting the wall cavities which would have insulation in. So there's quite a lot of room. If you put the bed on one side, you could have some kind of shelving unit or something. Oh look, exactly what I was worried about, things like broken screws. I could say I was on a time frame here. I've got my Fathom EV200 sleeping bag, just in case it gets a bit nippy because of this potential storm coming in. And I've also got my Van Gogh pillow, my luxury camping pillow, seeing as I didn't have to carry anything anywhere. Boom. Didn't think about it, but this is a very long mat. It's a very big mat in general, so it's right at the limit here. It'll be fine. I picked up a light. It's got a sensor on it, but you can have it just on and off as well, and it's got sticky magnets, so I'll try it, see if it sticks to the ply okay. It'll do for now, but I had to buy these for another project I've got on the go at the moment. Just peel off the backing so it can stick to the ceiling and magnetises to the lamp itself, and I think above the bed on this side, like so for now. It's not permanent. It's not supposed to be. Lots of things that aren't permanent end up permanent. And should do. See if it drops off. Now I did originally order some gas struts, but they were just too strong and I couldn't even shut the door. Don't have a lot of experience with using gas struts outside of a car. So I might change them for ones that work, or I could put in something like this that is built into the door and kind of unfolds. We shall see. Let's make a list. Down below in the comments, tell me all the different things I've got to do. And here we have our power source. Look how well that fits. I could kit this out pretty nicely, to be quite honest. It did, however, already go massively over budget. Not that I've really had a strict budget, but it was expensive. I think I might have a beer. It's past 5. I've got these, Wiper and True. They've sent me a few different beers, so I've brought a few different with me. This is their homegrown lager, 4%. Homegrown is our love letter to lager, modern classic. So give that a go. I've got a pale ale and an IPA. I think there's another lager as well. So if I start off light. Bit of flavour to that. That'll do nicely. The weather is still up and down. You can hear gusts of wind here and there, and the sun is in and out, but it is what it is. When I did read it the other day, it said it was getting up to 30 miles an hour. So hopefully not, but if a tree falls on me, that box is pretty strong. Before I get busy with the wood and the fire and the cooking, it's a lovely biryani by the way, I'm looking forward to that, lamb. Yeah, I'd just like to say sorry for a couple of weeks without videos, it just couldn't be helped. My landlord decided to sell up. I had very little notice, and when that notice was up I was out of the country, so I had to do it double quick. From finding out I had to move to actually moving was 2 weeks. Crazy. But yeah, I'm settled now, and yeah, I wanted to come back with something interesting, and I've got a few interesting ideas actually, so this remainder of summer should be pretty good on the channel. So we've had some pheasants around here. I'm using this Prunabo mini chainsaw that they sent me a while ago, battery operated one. It was in one video already, I'll link it below. They did send it for free, so you know, but yeah, still trying it out. It's pretty handy just to have. And it's got chainsaw oil in it now too. Oh god. That's not necessarily the tool's fault. I didn't check the tension of the chain, to be honest. I haven't actually got any tools with me. Hopefully I can do it without. So there's a concrete pad within this paddock for reasons, and I don't have a fire pit with me, and I was originally going to go up into the woodland, but yeah, do it here. There's that, and I've also got some stashed firewood as well. Get a few twiggies. Oh, another pheasant. Every time I look at it from this angle, I wish I'd got 2 of them windows. But like I said, I went over budget, and then windows are £90. Maybe I could add it. Oh, wind is picking up. A bug net like on the car camper setup, that would be quite cool. You could sit with the door open inside. Yeah. Stick it on the list. I'd say magnetic, but these are aluminium. So I have some diced lamb here, and I need to marinate it. So I've got some garlic here and some ginger there as well. So I'll just get these peeled, and we'll grate that into our lamb and let it marinate while I build the fire and everything. Just going to do the ginger with the back of the knife here. And we're just going to grate it all together. It's all going to get stewed down anyway. So we'll put all that in there. And some salt. And then we'll just give that a good mix around. Leave that to marinate and light the fire in a minute. Well, I should have cut the onion as well, never mind. Got another Wiper and True. Got another lager, this one's slightly stronger. I think it's a Helles. Ooh, yeah, I like that. That one's nice. Ooh, called Today. And I've got another cheese and onion roll. Keep me going. Wish I'd brought my fancy new windshield fire reflector I got. Oh well. It's not as bad as I thought. It doesn't feel like 30 miles an hour. Gonna need some hot water for some stock, and then I'll get the Dutch oven on. Can't remember the last time I had a biryani. I'm really looking forward to this, and as it's cooling down a bit, it'll be warming. This oil looks pretty hot. It's probably ready for the onions to go in. And we've got some cumin. And nigella or onion seeds. Got some Madras curry paste here. I'll put about a tablespoon of this in. Yeah, a little bit more. Stir in that curry paste a bit. Oh, that's looking good and smelling good already. Got some basmati rice. Ooh, it's hot. And over here I have some chicken stock and some fresh curry leaves. So this is Indian paneer cheese. That's going in. And we got some fresh spinach leaves. That can go in. And then the lid goes on for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Wow, beautiful sunset at the moment. Who would have thunk it? All the clouds, which seem to be clearing a bit. Wind's still picking up in the tops of the trees, but I'm kind of in a tiny valley bit here really. Oh. Got 20 minutes. I'll wait for the biryani to be ready for the next beer. Someone's looking for his feathers. Take a look at that. Ooh, I think I'm going to call that done. Alright, let's get this party started. Ooh. Oh yes. I would like everything to have been a bit more browned, but it's probably my fault. Well, it's definitely my fault, isn't it? We've got a few fresh chopped chilies and some coriander. And some yogurt. Well, I did open the IPA early. It's called Sundance. It's actually really nice. I guess this one, the last lager I had, and then the one before that is the order so far and favourites. No surprises. But there's the biryani, and I've got the garlic naan as well. Right. Give it a mix and have a taste. Wait a second. That could have had more curry paste. Definitely. Yeah. I was waiting to say, I've got none of my hot sauce with me. Still very, very nice. I just added a bit more of that madras paste in. I thought it was more concentrated than it was. I don't know why, I should have looked at the jar really. But now it's good. Bit of paneer. That is much better. Got a kick now. Gonna hotbox myself tonight. It was a grower, it got hotter and hotter. I think the fresh chilies added to it as well. But it was still good, better than it was before with the extra madras paste. But I'll quench it. I love being on the edge of a woodland or in a big clearing where you get to see all of the bats really clearly against the twilight feeding. I think bats are one of my favourite animals. I'm not going to get them on camera. Crows were just roosting and making a hell of a noise. Oh, oh, oh. A nice cup of tea, but also treated myself to Mr. Kipling's Country Slice. I don't know how they make these things so good. I tend to avoid buying them because I will eat them all. Cheers. Well, I'm inside with a few bugs, not too many. It's a little echoey, but a bit of insulation on that should deal with that. I'm very tempted to put in another window, it would be a lot nicer. yeah, it's not too hot or anything. It's getting a bit chilly out there actually, that's why I put the shirt on. But I've got the pop top thing open. It's reminding me of the capsule hotel I slept in with Mark, God, a few years ago now. It's got that kind of feeling to it, but it's pretty cosy. Definitely would be cool to have like a shelf and, you know, a stove or storage, electricity, whatever. But yeah, we shall see. Not too many bugs actually, I've just squashed 2. Right, I think I'm going to go to sleep and dream about what to do in here, and I'll let you guys know how it went in the morning. That wind is getting up out there, so we shall see. Good morning. It was a cosy night. I was very comfortable. Woke up, well, I went to bed about 10 o'clock, just after. Woke up about midnight, think I had a pee, and went back to sleep. Slept through till my alarm went off at 6:30, which I snoozed for half an hour. But yeah, very cosy indeed. I had both windows open and both meshes over them, and all worked very well, must admit. I don't know if the insulation would have helped this time of year, but yeah, being used in the winter it of course would. Doing it on the door would be harder, but the door is thicker, so that could help. I don't know, we'll put it on that list. The gas struts would definitely be very nice, rather than fiddling with the door when you're getting out. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I don't know, they've got pounds force of torque and all this, and it's only, you know, a small ply door. Anyway, let's get up. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm going to use a gas stove for breakfast rather than light a fire and everything. I've got to clean that one up anyway. I've got that Saturn one with me that you can sit on a chair and use, so that'll be nice. This is that Saturn stove, and it has the legs, but it also has these legs. Uh-oh. Come on. And this is also by Fire Maple, who make the stove. It's like a fry pan. So I've got here all the stuff to do a breakfast muffin. I've got the sausage patty, the muffin, the bacon, the egg, some cheese, and of course some of my own bourbon chipotle, available on the website. Go in with the patty that got a little bit squashed. And a bit of bacon. Well, this won't take long at all. They're pretty ready already, so that is our toasted muffin. We have got sausage patty, bacon, and our egg, and of course a bit of the bourbon chipotle on here. All I can smell is that sauce. This is going to be messy, isn't it? Oh, I needed that. Woke up quite hungry, even though I ate seconds of the biryani. Sun's starting to come up over the brow of the hill, over the woodland there, and looks like it's going to be a nice day, but that rain is still coming in. It just got pushed back a bit till later. I think I'm happy enough to hold off on the weather test on the camper though. Definitely brightening up a bit now. Gonna sit here, enjoy this cup of tea. It's still quite early, and get packed away. Do I take it back through the woodland? Oh. There. Now, I don't believe this is entirely necessary to wrap this around, but I don't want to take any risks that are needless, so we'll get this on. Oh, seat's a bit wet. Right, let's off-road.